You know, there's a lot of talk right now about whether or not wearing a mask is really good for your physical health and well-being, whether it's really protecting you or whether it's actually causing problems with your physical health. But have you ever stopped to wonder how it's affecting you on a mental and emotional level? If you haven't, make sure you stick around and watch the rest of this video today, because I'm going to talk about all of the ways that I'm seeing it affecting our mental and emotional well-being, and some great ways that you can get past this. Hey, and welcome back to my channel. If you really want to transform your health and life and discover exactly what state-based healing is all about, make sure you ring that bell and subscribe and stick around so you don't miss when I put out another video every week. Now, I'm talking about wearing masks. So everywhere you go these days, you know, if you're in North America at least, you have to wear a mask. You have to do social distancing, and you need to follow the direction of traffic flow. Now, here's the funny thing. When I was grocery shopping this past week, I tend to, look down rows where the arrows are, and if it's, if there's nobody down there and I know I just got to get something over there, I'll like dash down the row and grab what I got to go and get back to my cart, or take my cart and scoot around, whatever. But I've actually realized that most of the time when I'm shopping, because I have my mask on, I am one of these people that I smile at everybody. I try to make a connection. Hey, say a word or something like that, especially if I'm running into them. However, I realized that when I smile, you can't see me smile. And so it got me thinking, I started to really watch everybody when I was out shopping and recognize that they're not really making any attempt at connecting with people anymore. And that's becoming a real issue. So not only are we looking at, whether or not masks are really good for us physically, I started to see that, maybe wearing a mask mentally, emotionally is not a great thing either. Have you stopped to look at this? Have you noticed that when you're out and about that you stop maybe connecting with people, that you stop smiling at people or making even an effort? If you have, let me know in the comments below. So like I said, I've really started to ponder this about wearing masks and how it really is affecting us mentally and emotionally. Because of course that's my shtick, right? I work with people's mental emotional well-being because that affects everything else. So if we stop connecting on a mental emotional level, that's a big issue, and that can really cause other health issues to filter in, and I'm going to go over those, so hang on. Now, number one, what I talked about is that really wearing a mask, we communicate non-verbally 93% of the time. We all know this. A little side look or a smile or whatever. Whatever the face is that you need to be making at that time, it's our face that makes the biggest emotions. It's the one where we all look at, do they look happy? Do they look mad? I don't know. And when you're wearing a mask, kind of hard to tell. What is that person feeling or thinking? I don't know, unless they actually come out and say something. So that is the biggest thing I'm seeing right now, is the fact that we are not communicating. We're not verbally expressing maybe how we're feeling at the time. We're so used to being behind a computer in this day and age as it is that we often don't verbally communicate most of the time when we're out in public. We all kind of do our own thing. But if now we're blocking our face from expressing how we're feeling, how the heck is anybody going to know how to really connect? So connecting with others is a huge issue. And what I'm seeing also with this disconnect is the fact that people are shutting down on their own. Not only in public are people stopping to actually connect because, what's the point? We can't really connect. Now what I'm seeing is people are disconnecting even within. We're shutting down our emotional well-being. So truthfully, even the happiest, most optimistic people are finding it difficult to really connect socially and to express what they're feeling, because most of the times nobody wants to talk. I don't know why, but you ever notice that when you're out shopping or you're doing something and you go to say something to someone, they kind of look at you like, did you just talk to me? Are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me? Do you ever notice that? And now I'm finding, now that we have masks on, when you go to communicate with somebody, they're like, a lot of times you can't even hear people. I can't understand half the time what somebody's saying. I have a pretty loud voice, so I try to speak up when I'm wearing a mask, but other people are communicating, you're like, I don't know if they've actually really, were they talking to me? I don't know. And then they just turn and go on their way. I don't know. It's almost becoming like a weird George Orwell kind of world right now, with people are just shutting down and staying in their own little kind of quiet little world and just trying to get through what they got to do in public and then get home. It's just craziness. So if you feel like you're struggling communicating with people in public, jump into the conversation below and let me know. I want to kind of get a conversation going and figure out, how do you communicate when you're out in public? Or do you just do the mad dash, get what you got to do and go home? What's going on in your world right now? How are you feeling mentally and emotionally with all of this shutting down and hiding that's going on? I'd actually really like to know. So here's what I'm going to suggest. And this is what I'm trying to do when I'm out in public, is I'm trying to make a concerted effort to do something positive or friendly to someone. If I can't smile at you, then at least I'm going to verbally communicate and say, hey, how are you today? Or, hey, do you need some help with that? Or, can I do this for you? Do you need any help? You know, really holding a door for someone, you know, and just, even though you can't smile when you're doing it, then say, have a great day. Something. You know, I think now is a time we need to verbally start really communicating with each other and doing things positive for each other instead of shutting down even more. Even, you know, you got a mask on, so you're protecting yourself. They've got a mask on, they're protecting themselves. Make an effort to open a door and say, hey, after you. So that's my biggest and best tip, that really I think we all need to be just showing a little bit more compassion and kindness right now in the world, even if we can't show it. And then my second thing I thought, which was a fun one, is, you know, maybe get a fun mask. My daughter has the cutest little bear face that she wears, and every time she wears it, it makes me smile just to see it on her. And I thought about, maybe I need to get one that has like a big smile on it, or the tongue sticking out. I don't know, something fun and different. Everybody's making masks today, so find a fun, enjoyable mask that, you know, makes you smile, makes the next person smile. Another great way that we can, you know, we gotta wear masks right now, so at least make it a positive experience for as many people as possible when you're out in public. And remember, if you really are struggling, you know, mentally, emotionally right now, if you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you're angry, you're frustrated, whatever it is, if you're really struggling mentally and emotionally, make sure you jump on over and grab one of my IOMA healing kits, because they are designed to help you release all of that emotional baggage quickly, effectively, and naturally, of course. So make sure you check them out. And if you really want to learn a little bit more about how your thoughts and your emotions are affecting your health, make sure you go over and grab these other 2 videos, because, and not just your physical health, but your life as well. So make sure you check them out. And remember, of course, for the rest of this week, be authentic, be empowered, and own it completely.